what I just read. It's not new. I think it's probably been out for a long time already. These people are probably past it already, But I just barely saw it, and I think this is like, you know, shows exactly what I've been talking about to all, pretty much all my friends about what gaming nowadays has become. You know, I say games today are just fucking easy as hell now. It's not even like they're not even challenges anymore because how it's like you're a baby and like the game's just feeding you, food. It's like it's like telling you, go here. You need an object. What's that shining over there? You can go get that. The shining. Go get it. Or no, this is how you do this and this and this and this. And it's like it pretty much tells you how to play the whole game. It doesn't let you learn anything for yourself. And then the game's fucking simple. There's nothing hard about it. And I saw, well, I guess it was a while back, like in May or something, that the Wii U released a bunch of games for the virtual console for 30 cents, and one of them was Super Metroid, which is I love that game. I have it on my Super NES. Um, Apparently these people playing it were like, you know, they were getting lost within like the first few minutes, right? And to me, okay, I saw people trying to defend us online, saying, "Oh, like nobody got stuck back in the '90s." The problem with me is the problem that I see. It's not that they got stuck, because everybody's gonna get stuck. It's the game's like a maze. You're gonna get stuck. The problem with it is that instead of trying to figure out, they automatically assume, oh, it's a glitch, or they have to go on the Miiverse and talk to people like, "Hey, how do I get out of here? What do I do?" No, why don't you try to figure it out first? It's a game. You're supposed to explore. Go fucking explore. Why are you already asking for help? It's so fucking stupid. And then one of the pictures I thought was funny. It says, "Why can't Metroid crawl?" Um, Metroid probably can't crawl because it's more like a little jellyfish in the air. Metroid Samus is not Metroid. You're playing as Samus, not Metroid. Metroid's the name of the game, the name of your enemy. I mean, this just goes to show exactly what I've been talking about my friends about that gaming. It's so fucking easy now. I mean, like, I remember when we grew up, like in the '90s, even kids in the '80s. It was like games were hardcore, man. They were hard as fuck. I mean, there's a few games nowadays that are hard, I guess, but most of them, like, are freaking easy. I mean, it's like, this is what gaming has become. Gaming has become more. Let's make it long, cinematic, great music, like a movie. And that's the bad. More games are becoming more like movies, and sometimes it works. Like The Last of Us. That's a great game. It's a great game, but you know, some people are just, they're not trying to make real games anymore. It's like, sorry, and everyone says, I'm sorry, I just bought a Wii U a few days ago. Everyone says that, okay, you want a real system, you go for the PS4, you go to 360, PC, forget the Wii U. The Wii U is like, nothing but kiddie games. At least the Wii U, Nintendo, is still making games like the way they made games back in the '90s and back in the '80s. Real games that actually try to like challenge you a little bit. Yeah, you could say the Zelda formula is getting like, oh, it's been the same way since the '80s, and it's just giving a few new features here and there. Yeah, you could say that, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's just the way I see that. And like, yeah, Mario. For a while they was experimenting with 3D Mario. I was so excited when the 2D Mario games came back, like on the DS, original DS. I was so happy, and now they keep making 2D Mario games. That's great. I freaking love 2D Mario games. But it's just this is just really really sad when gamers, you know, just a few minutes playing Metroid already asking for help. Why don't you go explore, go look around? Some person I saw a picture got stuck at the red door. They couldn't find a way to open it. Why don't you try using your other weapons to open it? Let's see if that works. I think it might. I mean, Super Metroid is not even hard. You know, actual gameplay, whatever, when you're fighting, it's not hard. The tough part about it is that it's just like the whole game's a fucking maze. That's the tough part about it. You have to just figure out where you have to go, and sometimes you get to somewhere where you have to go, and you can't get there yet because you don't have the right power up yet. So you have to go all the way back, get the power up, then come back and then proceed. You know, that's where the game is. Kind of the way Zelda is too. You gotta keep fucking looking around, and you know, I'm not being, saying, because the truth is, I didn't play games like Metroid or Legend of Zelda back when I was a kid in the '90s, because my brothers, they're the ones that had the consoles, and if they didn't buy them, I didn't have them, and they weren't into Zelda and Metroid. The only game I had on the NES back in the day, the real first-person Nintendo game, was Mario. And that's the one I played. That's the one I fell in love with, and I had my own Super NES, and I had Donkey Kong Country, which I fucking love that game. I love Donkey Kong Country, but I never had a Zelda game or Metroid game. Technically, I didn't play Zelda or Metroid until I was already in my 20s. Now, I'm only 24, so just a few years back, technically. I may have been 19, I don't know, but very early in my 20s or very late teens, I finally played Metroid on the NES. I love that game. I beat it. I finally played Legend of Zelda on my NES. I bought it. I beat it. I got Super Metroid on my Super NES. I love it. I beat it. There's some parts I got lost. And it's not like I'm like a kid now, where I have all day to play and just search and search and search. There were some points when I did play, I got stuck and I just could not figure out what to do, and I would spend hours trying to find what to do, and eventually I said, I don't got time to do it because I have to go to work and stuff like that, so let's just look at it real quick, like a little guide, and then I'll pick up the pieces from there. I won't look any further than that. Just pick up what I need to pass, and then I'll move on. That's exactly what I did. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, but I took hours trying to figure it out on myself. These people just spent a few minutes playing, then already they're asking for help already. You need to learn how to play a game for yourself. This just shows that real gamers back in the 80s and 90s, they were hardcore shit. We played some hardcore games. I mean, if you ask any gamers now what games are hard, what are they gonna say? The only games you really can say are like Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Those are the only hard games. Most games today aren't hard. They're just long. So they're long, and they're more like movies, and everything's force fed to you, like hand fed. So it's super easy. So I mean, look at Call of Duty. The very beginning of the game, it's a fucking tutorial that shows you how to play, and then I was saying, okay, now you know how to play. There's not much to that game. You just fucking point, and shoot. There's not much to that game, but gamers have become really spoiled with like save points and checkpoints. They're just so. I'm sorry, man. I think gaming has really gone downhill, and to me, the only really company that's really keeping games the way I like it is Nintendo. And I'm not being a Nintendo fanboy because I'm not a fanboy. I've had almost every generation. I've had every fucking console, every generation. I played any console, even on the PC. I played PC too. The only generation I'm not gonna buy this time is the Xbox One, just because it's a fucking piece of shit. I mean, I still plan on buying the PS4. It's just not the Xbox One. Fucking shitty ass console. But so far I'm very excited for the Wii U. To me it feels like it just Nintendo always knows how to feel. Like a game system. Even with all their innovations, they still feel like a game system. That their main purpose is the video games, not like Sony. Well, Sony makes great games, but they still. The PS3 seemed like it was more about movies than it was games for a while when it first came out. And the Xbox, it's all about TV. TV. I don't need a fucking TV in my console. I have a TV. That's how I play with my console. I don't need to watch TV on my console. It's so fucking stupid. So that's subject. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that all this stuff's old about the Super Metroid stuff. I just braced out today, so I just found it fucking funny as hell. And You know, and I no, just you know, I've been telling people this for a long time that gamers are soft now. Gamers are cheap. You know, they don't know anything about hardcore gaming. You know, and you know, I never had really technical proof. Well, this is my proof here. This is my proof. You can't. You get stuck in the first 10 minutes to Super Metroid. I mean, they're at a part. The guy's like, why can't Metroid crawl? There's a hole there. Well, do you ever think of pressing down twice and become the morph ball? I mean, that's like the first fucking power up you get in the fucking game. The morph ball. You can't miss it. You go right to the left. You know, morph ball. You know, you can't miss that. So down twice, come a ball. Go through the tunnel. As simple as that. And when there is a little block there, you can just drop a little bomb. There you go. I mean, it is so. It is so sad. That's all. That's all I could do when I first saw the websites. I'll put the link to a few websites that I saw it from, in case maybe if you never heard of it either. You know, I think it's old news already, but you know, just in case maybe if nobody else has ever heard it, I'll put the links in in this video. And when I first saw it, all I could do is and just say I fucking told you so. Gaming has really gone downhill with these new. I don't even call them gamers. They're more like onliners. All they care about is playing online. That's not what games are about. All right, well, that's enough of me. I think I've talked enough, but I just had to talk about it because it was kind of it's just nice to know that I was right about, you know, these gamers today kind of suck today. You know, another thing, there was a fucking gamer on there. He says I played Super Metroid millions of times, and all of a sudden I forgot how to become the morph ball. Shut the fuck up. You never played it once. So, alright, that's enough for me. Alright, later, guys.